I'm Captain Doug Stanford, Texas Fish Tips. This is your weekly fishing report.
All right, guys and boys and girls, we've got some big fish out here into these jetties. There's a lot of bull reds, there's some slot reds, all of them are out there. Now, they like to cut mullet, they like to cut menhaden. If you catch a ladyfish, cut it up, chunk it right back down there. They'll eat a freeline mullet if you find a finger mullet. A lot of times a freeline mullet or the finger mullets will be along these rocks. So we have a cast net ready and you'll see them all up and down through here. Outside that north jetty, all along this beach, it's been calm. There's a lot of fish down through here still in this surf. Be careful. Sometimes your boat might be able to take those waves, sometimes not, but it's been real nice calm all the way down to the Cedar Bayou. There's been redfish, there's been trout, some sharks, just about everything in that surf right now. There has been a lot of menhaden and mullet concentrating right in this whole area, and there's some tarpon rolling in there as well. But if you see the birds, just go find them, get you a cast net ready, and get you some bait. There's also a bunch of little bitty anchovies, we call them rain minnows. The whale sharks like to eat them, but there's a lot of those out there, and so if you see those, there'll be some Spanish mackerel mixed in with them, and they'll hit a blank jig head, nothing on it, just rip it through the water, and they'll eat it. Anything shiny and small works real well too, but you need to have some pretty good leader. But anyways, get all the way down the shoreline. Anywhere's down through here has been holding some nice redfish. Redfish are up short, up in that first gut. Trout usually about the second, right on where that water's breaking right in this area. That's usually about where they're at. But anywhere's on the north-south or the south jetty, either one has been holding some nice fish. All right, good old sailboat channel right down through is holding some black drum. That water drops down. There'll be some redfish along those edges. Anywhere's down through here. There's old well back here and a couple of reefs back here. Those black drum and those reds will hang out on it. They like shrimp. You can cut mullet or finger mullet and get the bigger reds, but they're all back here. And this little cut right back here, same thing. Anywhere's down through here, this little cut right here's been holding some nice redfish incoming tide. But finger mullet's been the ticket on that. You can come on out here. Anywhere's down through has been catching some nice redfish. These little cuts like right down through here and here's been holding some nice redfish. Get there early in the morning, catch you a couple, move on, going down, and keep on going down this whole bank. The sun gets up about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Come on in here and you'll find you some nice black drum in here. There's schools of them in here right now. Try not to spook them too bad with your trolling motor. Try not to put it on 10 and sit there and spook them. If you can, power pole down, let them come to you, get in front of them, and make it easy on yourself and everybody else. There has been some redfish all out in this flats, right out in this area. If you got a skinny water boat, it's a good place to throw some cut mullet or cut menhaden back in here. All right, good old Mud Island. There's been some wade fishers catch pretty good redfish right down through the shallow water. There's been some deeper water. It's where the trout's been with the croaker. Popping cork and shrimp works too, but you catch a lot of smaller fish. Now, if you get on down here in Allen's Bight, this little point right here has been holding some nice redfish. This whole area's got some trout on the deeper water, but the redfish are up close. Anywhere's back here by this little fish house back here has been holding some black drum. You don't have to get real shallow water. You can stay there and throw up towards that pilings of that little house, or anywhere's down through. There's a little cut right through here, and a little cut through here that you can hold, and there'll be a few nice trout in there and a few reds. Get on the outside of Allen's Bight, all down through here. The same thing. Deeper water, hold them trout. Croaker's a good way to go, or piggies, or throw up on the bank, catch his redfish. Okay, any of these wells out here in Corpus Christi Bay, there's some small ones, there's some big ones. All down through here is holding some nice trout. Now September 1st, we're going to be back to 5 trout, 15-inch minimum, 1 to over 25-inch. We have caught some nice 25s out here, but there's a lot of 15 to 18-inch trout, and you can catch them on free line shrimp. It's just too easy. There's so many trout out here, it's not even funny. You go to one rig, if they're not on it, go to the next one, try it. And sometimes they're right on it, sometimes they may be 50 or even 100 yards away from that rig. It just depends on where they're at. But keep trying, drop your trolling motor down, put your depth finder on, and look for them. If you see them, put your trolling motor on anchor and let it hold on to them right there, and you can keep fishing that same spot. But there's a lot of trout in here. Now, there's some black drum and some trout underneath the Nueces Bridge right down through here. The water's been dirty since that storm, but there's some nice fish to be had. Shrimp is the best way to go. We catch a few nice big trout on croaker and piggies, but we're catching more of it on shrimp. Portland shoreline, it's still catching some nice fish all down through here, and it's still a little bit dirty from that storm, but right out in front of those piers, there's been some trout. Now, if you throw some shrimp along those pilings, you're liable to get some black drum or even some mangrove snapper in there as well.
Thanks for watching. I'm Captain Doug Stanford.